Hello, nosy neighbors. You already know what to do, honey. Go ahead and pull those blinds down and pull the curtain to the side and let's get nosy for a few minutes. First things first, are you following me on YouTube on Crystal Moore the Teapot? Crystal Moore, CHRYSTAL, Moore, MOORE. The Teapot is one word, THETAPOT. Also check me out on Jacoby Jones on YouTube. That is JACOBI Jones on YouTube. I appear on The Queer and the Queen at least once a week with him, and I talk about polyamory stuff, adult content, all adult content, LGBTQIAP stuff. I'm also on Complicated Discord, and that is dropping every Friday night, or you could say Saturday morning at midnight. And I'm the only lady on the panel. And sometimes I think like the guys when I'm on that show. Very interesting, great conversations. So definitely check them out. They're on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, things like that. And also to an IG, you could find them there as well. Let's jump into why I came on here tonight for the Teapot. Did y'all see Mr. Isley? Let me tell you what. My ovaries and my uterus did some things, honey, when I seen that man that I did not know it could do. There's something about the gray hair that does it for me. I cannot wait until my husband start getting his gray hair in. It's just something about the gray hair, the beard. Some of y'all might notice and some of y'all might not, but do y'all know Anthony Bourdain? He is the Caucasian guy that travels and eat all this, you know, different types of exotic food. May he rest in peace. He committed suicide a few years ago, but he was my crush and he's still my crush. Also to Anderson Cooper, but honey, I don't have the equipment for Anderson Cooper, but it does not stop me from crushing on him. He is one fine man with that white hair. I just love it. So when Andre gets out, honey, and he started having that beard growing and everything, I got some fertilizer for that beard, if you know what I mean, and my fingers will have a field day in that beard. I just can't wait for his grays. He has like a really nice texture of hair that I love to play in, and he'll just fall asleep in my lap sometimes. Anyway, moving on from that, the next thing I wanted to talk about is sex. What I wanted to say about that is that it is important, men, please throw your egos out the window. I had a good girlfriend of mine call me and was like, I do not know how to tell him that I am not pleased at all in the least bit. He's just not doing it right. And because of his ego and because he always thinks he's just putting it down, she doesn't want to like bruise his ego, and he doesn't take feedback well either. That's what she tells me. I don't know. Men, women are suffering. We are having migraines. Not we, honey, because mine is so spicy. It's been 11 years and this thing is so spicy, like hot tamale. Like we just met and we're, you know, newly dating a week, 2 weeks in and just getting it in. Who has sex after a week or 2 weeks? Did I just tell myself? Look, if you wait 6 months, you wait 6 months. But I'm just saying, the point is that mine is still very much hot, burning. Mojave Desert, 130 degrees hot. Anyway, yeah, so she was just like, I just don't know how. And I was shocked because I'm thinking, who in their right mind could actually have sex with someone and not be able to tell them that they are not pleased? Who does that? I'm sorry. I am 40 years old. I am not going to sit in silence and suffer. I'm not going to do it. And it's the same thing too, is that women, be open to feedback as well. The same thing y'all did in relationships prior, and this is for men and women, it doesn't work all the time for your current relationship. And don't you want your partner to tell you that you're not doing it right, that they're not able to have an orgasm? Don't you want your partner to tell you that? You don't? You just want to think that you're doing it right? How bruised would you feel to know that when you fall asleep, she has to bust out the vibrator or he has to bust out that hand pocket thing to finish the job because you did not do it? It is an easy fix, honey. Just listen. Or ask the question, hey, is there anything else you want to try? Is there anything else you want to do? You do not know it all. And as time goes on, things change and people want to try new things. If you don't want to try new things, honey, I don't know what to tell you. Whatever, that's your thing. But I'm not going to suffer in silence, okay? I'm just not going to do it. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Miss Bhad Bhabie. She did a great thing, in my opinion, by going to her OnlyFans. She bagged $1 million in 6 hours. Kudos to her. You know, I'm thinking about putting me out of OnlyFans out there, and I'm trying to figure out what I could sell, actually. I really don't know. Like, I got to come up with some kind of master plan. But yeah, some people are pissed off because apparently they feel like, you know, she was on Dr. Phil. She was basically a very rude and disrespectful teenager, and she's being rewarded for bad behavior. I don't think that's the case. I think that, you know, she found something and she marketed it, and there's, you know, there's an audience out there for her. They love her and they paid the money. I can't be mad at that. Kudos to her. That was a great move, great money move. She's $1 million richer and she don't care about what we have to say, honey. She could care less. Whatever. Good job. A lot of y'all, if y'all could have done it, y'all would have done it too. Shit, I would have done it too. I'm trying to figure out, like I said, you know, what am I going to put out there? I don't know yet, but I'm going to think of something though. Anyway, the next topic is about Kevin Samuels. I don't know if y'all follow this man or not. I don't follow him, but somebody was talking about him. Maybe it was Tasha K Unwind, or someone was talking about him on the blog saying that he's a fraud. I don't know what education this man have, honey, but apparently he's a relationship guru and he's telling women like it is. Women are calling into this man for advice. They're calling into him to talk about, you know, how they're not worthy of, like the clip that I saw today that someone sent me. It was this 30-something-year-old woman living at home with her mom. She has 2 kids by the same dad. That doesn't matter. But either way, she hasn't worked in over a year. She used to work as a cashier. She doesn't have a career. And she's just like, I'm calling because I'm thinking maybe I should settle. What did you expect Kevin Samuels to tell you, honey? What did you expect? You are not a catch. You are not a catch. That's basically what he is saying. And do I disagree? Yes and no. Not all men want to have a stay-at-home wife or whatever the case may be. And if you want to stay at home, if you want to be a stay-at-home wife and you want to have a husband that works and go and make the money and you're at home and you feel secured in that position, go ahead and look for that. There's someone out there for everyone. Someone out there will love you the way you want to be loved and adore you the way you want to be adored and everything else. I just cannot sit and wait for a man to feed me, honey. I'm a go-getter. I've always been a go-getter. I told my husband what I wanted to do when we first met, and he was like, go ahead and do it. He was always deployed, and my ass was always in school. Unlike some other military wives, honey, and I'm not even going to go there, but most of them sat at home, waited for their husband to get on the boat, get on the ship, get on the plane or whatever, and, you know, had the other dude come over, and, you know, their husband is out there fighting war, and they're at home doing ratchet shit. I'm not saying I wasn't doing ratchet shit, honey, but I was going to school and working full-time at the same time. When I was living in Waikiki in Hawaii, I was definitely about that life, and I was definitely about that life of getting my paper together, getting my education together. It's 11 years later, and I have 2 master's degrees, and I make more than enough money from different sources to do what I need to do. That if my husband said today he does not want to be with me, okay, peace out. Okay, then leave. Peace out. He could go on because I could take care of my children. And that's on everything. So that's all I'm saying about that is just that, you know, women, stop calling into this man's show, number one, to be embarrassed and then be mad at him. And the audience, people in social media world mad at this man. Honey, the women called in. He didn't call these women. They called into his show. Why y'all mad? Because they wanted to look that way on a national platform. Goodbye. Last thing that I'm going to discuss, and this will be the last time I discuss this subject matter until the verdict and sentencing is clear and written and the ink is dried, honey, is Derek Chauvin. I am so irritated today by that whole trial and how that whole thing played out. Child, let me tell you what. His attorney, I don't know how he sleeps at night, but apparently he sleeps well. I was just so disgusted with today's testimony and the cross-examination and all of that stuff. I'm just going to step away from it. It's not good for my mental health. It's making me into an angry person, and I'm not usually an angry person because, you know, it's just not good for my mental health. So I'm just going to back away from it. I'm going to not cover it. I'm not going to look at it until it's all said and done, and that will be a little bit longer. Nosy neighbors, remember, follow me on Crystal More the Teapot on YouTube. Like, dislike. Honey, you could dislike it. It's okay. It is okay. My feelings would not be hurt if you dislike it. Or if you comment and be like, you're so annoying. Your voice is annoying. I don't even know why you talk about that subject matter. Blah, 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 blah. Honey, just drop it. Give it because I live for it. Thank you very much in advance. Also, to catch me on Jacoby Jones. I do the Queer and the Queen with him at least once a week. And it's all adult content. You have to be 18 and over. And also to check me out on Complicated Discord. I am the only lady on that panel The guys are just hilarious. And I'm thinking that I'm one of the guys because I seriously don't think the way how most women think. And that is a blessing in itself, honey. Until next time, nosy neighbors, toodles.